I love Owlcat Games. When I found them a few years ago, by accident I was immediately memorized by the gameplay. It felt like one of the last few developers doing games like this to a level that was just not seen in this genre too much anymore. Which is why it sucks to write this. This is a frustratingly not quite good game and annoying enough to not necessarily recommend. Let's do a few examples. The combat turn-based can work, we all know that, just look at the big G3. But they have replaced RTWP in a revel on this and it feels like a poor man's XCOM. You have abilities which are poorly explained at times. Some description of effects straight don't have a description when you open up, it's just a blank terrible. To make it worse, now that in turn-based, you can have a skills where it lasts one round or can stack. And sometimes it doesn't cost any action points to do. So when it is the character's turn you hit the skill you want sometimes with zero consequence, and theirs can be 3 or 4 of these, and you press every single combat round and all they do is wait for 2 seconds and they point, so literally an icon will pop up and nothing else. Did anyone stop to think for a second and just ask whether or not it was fun? It's a pointless time drain, and now that is not real time where this usually would last a few rounds of the mages. With the limited users you just find yourself during the extra time hits these skills each round for 5, 10, 15 minutes per round of fighting. What a disappointing bore. Now this game is a lot more than combat that I can overlook something like this, so let's move on to the setting. It is Warhammer, don't know a lot about it, but I know it's cool. Like, really cool. So how is it presented so mad? You can have these massive areas. Art direction is amazing, but something about the lag sound and lighting really take away from the art direction's atmosphere, which once again makes it a mad to look at, with zero interactivity. These are not many people you can interact with meaningfully, there's a not really money system, the loot at least until the 2 has been okayish, not that exciting to go out of your way, and it makes the world feel ultimately empty. There's this massive impressive landscape and ultimately it feels pointless. How I've played the other games in WH40K in particular has to be one of the best games I've played in this genre. How can the ball of it been dropped on this way in this area? Leslie probably the most continuous here. I am the 2 chapters in and I'm not really captivated by the story. There's not much conversing. Conversation I know, but there's a lot of text. But not much of substance said. I've played however many hours, and the whole story feels on that time feels like WOTR and BG3 story in 20 minutes was stretched out over hours. Bugs not even gonna comment the same bugs in every one of their games, which they fix over months but present at the start again. One softlock were stuck in a never-ending fight where an enemy is stuck between towers, he can't have this turn but I can't attack him. Camera stuck in combat nearly revolts. Enemies moving, getting to a spot, doing nothing for 5 minutes. Also the camera is kinda sucky when I think my view is constantly blocked. My wall want this personally on a pipe hanging from the roof. Forgot to mention in the combat, not necessarily a bug, but rough as hell an enemy will constantly kill themselves. But way more frustratingly if you have an alias, they will constantly kill themselves and you. Who the fuck play tested this and went, yeah, that's fine and works. The AI is way too dumb in combat. In summary, I know, this is super negative, I like it still despite the flaws. But because I'm a sucker for this game. If this weren't this franchise from the developer I love, I probably would not have gotten and I wouldn't recommend it. Which is the shame because it is so close to being awesome, but the issues it has is not something that ultimately can be patched out and fixed either. If you like it, awesome, have fun, that's what it's here for. Just my 2 cents.